Good morning. It is the 5th of March. And what did I eat yesterday? Let's see. I had 8 eggs, all sunny side up, half a stick of butter, a little slice of beef shank. It was about that big and about yay thick. And I had egg pasta, so I just cook crepes with just egg and I slice them into tagliatelle. And I had gravy meat. That's essentially a pound of ground beef with tomatoes and sausage seasoning. So there's a little bit of fennel seed and some other stuff in there. It's really good. Mostly meat, not a whole lot of tomato. And of course I shared a little bit of that with my family too. So here's where I am. I'm 86.4 kilos, 190 pounds. So let's talk about ethics and morals, plants versus meat. Okay, if you have an ethical concern or a moral concern, I guess you can eat what you want. And if you're willing to die on that cross, so to speak, more power to you. And you most likely will die on that cross, which is unfortunate. A little later I'm going to talk about where nutrition came from and how religion enters all this. I belong to a religion, Latin Rite Catholic, but I don't let it dictate to me over and above what I know should be a dietary requirement. And where do I get this precedence? From Jesus himself. He broke away from the kosher rules and said, hey, what goes into your stomach doesn't go through your heart. All right? So to that end, if I do know what's best for my body, and I'll work within, obviously, the system. Fasting's not a problem. I do that 24 hours a day anyway with OMAD, paradoxically. If you want to know what I mean by that, ask me in the comments and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. And I don't mind eating fish on Friday, and if I don't feel like it, I'll just fast. So there's your morals. Morals have to be based in some kind of traditional code that we've had for a long time. It's what we kind of base our life on. So we can pretty much dispense with morals right now. Let's get into the quote-unquote ethics. Again, if you think a dog or a cow or a cat, not that I would eat any of all these animals, I'm just talking about animals in general. You think your dog, your cat, a cow, a pig can play a Beethoven sonata, then I might consider thinking to myself, you know what, they're pretty intelligent. They might even be up to our level. That would be akin to cannibalism. But they're not. They can't. Of course, in the Western world, we don't munch on our domesticated animals. That is, our companion animals, our pets. So obviously, not going to do that. But taking out a cow or a pig or a fish or 2 or 3 or 8, sheep, I'm not worried about it. And I'm not willing to put my life in danger because of some belief, some ideology that I have. And it's at the end of the day, it's an ideology, it's a belief system. Because I just watched a great podcast with Dr. Fetke and Dr. Westman. And when you go to the biology, no question, we eat meat. Repeat. I think you have to sleep in there somewhere, right? So anyway, morality aside, there's nothing to that. Follow your religion, whatever it says. And if you find that your religion is not up to date with biology, then you might consider why your religion teaches what it does, where it got its information. I know where mine came from. It was based on a grain diet from the ancients some 6,000 years ago. I'm afraid to even mention too many tribes because I don't want to get canceled out here. That's not the point of this whole vlog. But if you follow Christianity back through its root, and to about 5,700 some odd years ago, you'll find out kind of sort of where our food choices, preferences, and things came from. You can go to the Bible, you can go to Genesis. There's your morals. God loved the smell of smoke, and he loved Abel's sacrifice. I'll leave that there. But on the ethical side, if you ardently believe that animals are equal to humans, well, that's all well and good, but at the end, I wind up eating one cow over several months. Okay, I'm responsible for killing one entity, one animal. And unfortunately, people who eat vegetables and fruits, not only do they spend more in gas because they have to literally jet fruits from their origins to where they're eating them because they're not local. So you want to talk about carbon emissions, let's go there. And if you're eating a lot of plants, real farmers, truthful farmers will tell you they hire snipers to wipe out feral pigs. I mean, they killed just tons of animals, quite literally tons, 2,000 pounds to a ton kind of thing. And uncounted insects. So if vegetarians or vegans are going to make a hierarchy of which animal life, all of a sudden they draw a line here, logically I can draw the line here and eat cows and on down. All right? So be careful. If you're not willing to go 100% animal free, maybe you should reconsider your ideology and your belief system. And again, no judgment from me. I couldn't care less. I'm just here to teach, preach, and nag, like a radio commentator I once remember. Anyway, she was great. All right, guys, we will chat with you on the next one. Have a great day. Be well.